What's up, folks? It is episode 81 of Out of Your Falcon Mind. We got a win today. That means the Falcons are 1-0 in 2023. That's why I started off right. It was kind of ugly ugly at a few times during the game, but hey, we got the win. Let's talk about it. What's going on, folks? Like I just said, it is episode 81 of Out of Your Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons fan cast. My name is John, your host, joined by my brother. Man, Happy New Year, dude.
Happy New Year, buddy. It's 2023, buddy. Out of your Falcon mind. We survived to a new year, buddy. I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir. How'd your New Year's go? What'd you do last night?
Man, I actually stayed in and didn't break any laws like a good boy would. I couldn't do too much, so I stayed in, but it was great. I thought a lot. I had a lot of time to think, so that was
You watching the playoffs?
I did not watch. I was so deep in thought, like I fucking literally, bro. This is gonna weird you out, but I thought all day long. So what I mean is, I didn't turn on the TV. I didn't do anything else. Like I thought all day long, and I wrote down stuff, and I thought, then I write something down. It was a long thing, but I worked out a lot of stuff mentally.
Well,
if that
good.
Makes any sense.
That's a plus.
I was very like in my Falcon mind yesterday.
Well,
but it's
good,
so
yeah.
I could be out of my Falcon mind today. I had to get it squared away.
That's good. Yeah, it balances out, man. You got to have days like that. Well, first of all, we are coming to you on the Variety Sports Network.
Variety
again,
Sports.
Yes, sir. As always, you can go. I'll drop the link to their channel here in the comments. You guys can subscribe to those to the network. They've got a lot of great shows on there: football, baseball, hockey, you name it. It's a lot of different stuff on there you can check out. If you're watching this on YouTube, please drop us a nice like for us and subscribe if you haven't already. The like button helps us out so much, helps other Falcons fans find us every week. If you're listening to us on iTunes or Spotify, drop us a 5-star review. We'll be glad to shout you out on here on the show if you write us a few words there on iTunes. And if you want to email us, it's atlfalconfancast@gmail.com, like Bradley did last week. And by the way, shout out to Dave from the Falcoholic, for joining us last week on our last show of 2022. Definitely encourage you guys to listen to it. We did preview this game, but it was just a little bit, and we got into a lot more with Dave just about the season as a whole and positions and coaching and just a lot of different things with him. And he's a great insight, great guest to have on. So go check that show out if you haven't already. So, buddy, the college football playoffs yesterday, man, you gotta find that somewhere to watch it, dude. That was ridiculous.
I really will. I will start. I just had to give it one.
Oh, no. Yeah,
I told Saturday.
Yeah,
yeah,
I totally. Yeah.
But why do you say that? Is it pretty good or something?
Dude, that was the playoff games. Both games was probably the most insane games I've seen.
I would start on the wrong week
since the college football playoff started. I mean, like it was
okay.
I mean, Michigan and TCU was an insane game, and then Georgia.
What Alabama do?
Alabama beat the hell out of Kansas State.
Yeah,
like they should have. Okay. Bryce Young looked amazing yesterday. He
do they ever lose have a losing season where they just are like dogs?
Not in a long time. Not in a long time. Yeah. Okay. But it was Bryce Young, I think, pretty much solidified himself as number one pick yesterday. If he hadn't already, he was amazing yesterday. CJ Stroud last night for Ohio State looked the way that you would think he would look. I mean,
I did because Liberty played him one time. He looked amazing. He is amazing. Yeah. I did get to see him.
Yeah, and I think.
Fuck it. Go ahead. I got
no, you talking about Maryland?
Brain. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, he looked great, man. I think the coach Ryan Day, he kind of let him go for the first time last night, and this. I mean, he Ohio State easily could have won that game. They lost on the last second missed field goal.
Oh shit!
It's a 50-yarder. The kid yanked it 30 yards left. I mean, it wasn't even close. Okay. But that would have won the game. But Stetson Bennett, man, like I said before, I keep waiting for that guy to fall on his face. He's never going to do it. He's just a winner. He's just a winner, dude. Like he's been amazing. Georgia's going to play TCU for the national championship. So that should be TCU impressed me. Should be a hell of a game. I thought Michigan. Every time I give Michigan props, they prove me wrong. So I'm not giving Michigan props anymore. Like they
Are
don't
they playing
come
at
through.
the at like our stadium?
No, no, I can't remember where that
Okay.
where the championship game is, but it's not going to be at MBS, I don't believe. But anywho, man, yeah, it was like I said, great day of college football. So yeah, definitely go back and watch those games because
Yeah.
you're
Well,
gonna
I
want to see
tape it
that.
all. I do tape it
Good,
all so I
good,
can
good,
watch
good, good.
it.
Yeah, you
So I got
definitely
it
want to
all on
watch it.
tape.
Definitely. Before we get on, let's pop in the chat. Big Pop,
Big Pop,
Victory Sunday,
heavy on the victory.
man. Feels great to say that, don't it? It's been a bit.
Yeah,
It's
on the
been a bit.
first day of the year.
Victor, what's
What
up,
a
dude?
tone. Vic,
Push the Ritter
rise up,
agenda.
Ritter
Hey,
agenda. Yeah.
we're gonna get there. Super
What's up
Contra
from
85. What's up from
SoCal?
SoCal?
W.
What's up, brother?
He said W is a W. Now focus on Sakia Ika
Okay.
in the draft.
Yeah. You want to Google him too, buddy.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. You want to. He's yeah.
Carrie,
Yeah.
what's going on?
What's going
Happy
on,
New Year's.
Carrie?
Hey, we start off the year on the first day of the year with a victory. Hey, I don't care if you broke your diet already, whoever. If you broke your diet already, at least you got a victory today.
That's right.
From
Des,
your
what's
Atlanta
up, brother? Thanks for staying up, man. Des is the man. Yes, you are, dude. I like how you just talk about yourself. It's a win, guys. Now beating the GOAT next week. Yeah, that's what. That's if he plays. I was just thinking, like, because they stood up the division today, beating Carolina. So and Brady went off like 430 some odd yards, 4 touchdowns. So I don't know how much he'll play next week. To be honest, there's no reason for him to, but he might. I mean, you never know. Yeah, we'll see. TCU were balling. 2 games were immense. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was.
I gotta go watch him now.
TCU, Max Duggan, man, the quarterback for TCU.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's like all heart, man. That guy's just, I mean, all freaking heart. What's up, Berto? What's up, buddy?
Oh, yo, Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy
we
New
start
Year,
off the first day with a first victory. I mean, it don't really get no better than that.
It's a way to do it, man. ATL Harris, Steven, what's up, brother? Happy New Year's.
What's up, ATL?
It was a great start to 23, man.
Yep.
I'm loving it. Big Lowe's in the house.
Big
What's
Low.
up, Bo? Love it.
World,
what's going on, brother? Happy New Year to you, dude.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Wallace, what's up, brother?
Wallace, what's good? Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, it was a good win
2023 starting off with a bang, ain't it?
Man, I'm telling you. How was you? Did you you say, I know you don't do New Year's resolutions and shit. Did you you already eat pretty well anyway, right? So you start off the year eating pretty well.
Oh yeah, I already eat pretty well.
Yeah,
yeah. But I had snacks, like, I don't eat snacks. For people listening, I swear it to you, like I don't eat snacks whatsoever. But like for the past, like since I got out of jail, I've eaten every snack you could imagine. But I said I would stop today, and I did. I didn't eat anything today, but I've eaten everything you can imagine. I had pizza, like I eat really clean, like I eat fruits and vegetables, really.
Yes.
But ever since I've been out of jail, like I've eaten everything you could imagine, except the damn dog food.
Well, I'd advise you not to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, just looking around the league before we get into our game, man. San Francisco damn near got beat by the Raiders. They pulled it out 37-34. Jacksonville smoked Houston 31-3. Cleveland beat this Commanders, knocked them out of the playoffs 24-10. We just talked about Tampa Bay 30-24 over Carolina. Saints, man, they beat Philly today. Second game in a row without Jalen Hurts. And I mean, to those folks that thought it was just the system and it was like not Jalen, well, they're 0-2 without Jalen. So I don't think that's the case. But even with the Saints winning, they still got knocked out because Packers beat the hell out of the Vikings. Like it wasn't even close, man. So
who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, it looks like the Packers, they have, like, I was watching the show on NBC. I'm pretty sure they have like the 64% chance of making the playoffs. Now, if they beat Detroit next week, they're pretty much in. Let's see. Yeah, Denver damn near beat KC. Russell actually showed up today, but they couldn't pull it off. KC won that game. And then New England beat Miami.
Russell Wilson played for Denver? No, he finally did come to play today.
Dude, Miami just fell off a cliff, dude. They lost 23-21 today. I mean, fell off a cliff. And then the Colts, of course, got destroyed by 38-10. Did you see that Nick Foles hit from Kayvon Thibodeau?
No.
Dude, he got smashed. He's literally on the ground like convulsing. And Thibodeau's next to him doing snow angels. I shit you not. It was a little uncomfortable to watch, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I
that's one
haven't
of the
heard anything.
crazy.
I hope Foles is okay, but that was a little uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Low said, great W today. Yes,
The
sir.
amazing W today.
Carrie said, no
No
snacks.
snacks. Real Mike L. I don't really, man, like, once you learn, that be down to here. But like, once you learn, like what's in certain shit, you'll never eat it again. But it does taste amazing.
What those healthy
So you
snacks,
got to
man.
have it sometimes.
Mean Red Machine, buddy.
A little bit of poison never hurt nobody.
That's right. What's up, Mean Red Machine? Cheers to you, brother.
Me and Red Machine, cheers to you. Happy New Year, everybody.
So welcome home,
January
brother.
1st, we already got our first welcome home, bro. Thank you. Kerry, was anyone watching the Raiders versus 49ers? Good game. You know
They
what? I
caught a
heard
little
from
bit of it.
somebody else that was a really good game.
Yeah, I caught I caught part of it. I had to go get some food for the family. Dolphins really did fall. Yeah, after they've lost
The
5 in a row.
Dolphins
It's
are
crazy.
weird because like they can score 43 points and be so exciting, or like get their ass kicked and score like 14. It's weird.
Yeah, no, you're right, man. It's Tua has been up and down. I mean, I know he didn't. Well, actually, I didn't see that. I didn't even see if he played today. I assume not after the concussion. I don't know if he did or not. To be honest with you, wasn't. But the way they've handled him this year has been really, really suspect after a few of those hits. Anyway, man. All right, let's get into the game. Quarter breakdown, and then we'll start talking about it. So starting the game, they made the comment that the Cardinals had 3 active corners on the day, like in their lineup because of all their injuries. And they start right off with the empty set for Blau, short completion, then sacked by Oliver on the second play of the game, which we'll get into Isaiah Oliver. That dude had a hell of a day for himself, man.
He did.
He's making tackles. He's in good position. He got a lot more snaps. I haven't looked. I don't know if PFF has the snap counts yet. But I mean, he looked a lot better today than I thought. Let's see. Yeah, Victor said Tua did not play today. It was Bridgewater. That's what I thought. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have. Then 3rd and 14, we gave up. Overall, low. I think they were 5 for 11 on 3rd down today, so it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like our typical we give up 3rd downs everywhere. But those 3rd and longs really just kill me. We, drop off in that deep whatever, and we give them 10, 15 yards in front of us, and so allowed that 3rd and 14 to completion to Brown. And they made the comment that they had one opening drive touchdown all year long. So I was really hoping that wasn't going to happen, and luckily we made the stop. And thanks to a holding call, Prater had to kick a field goal, so it was 3-0. And for you guys watching, Mike he froze up. He had to get up and get out and come back in. And then on the next, for our first drive, we went empty too on the first possession. And I thought that was interesting. And first pass was a screen to CP. I didn't mind that at all. And something nice and easy to get Ritter into the game. Because, they've been talking about the last 2 weeks is, the way he started off kind of slow. So obviously they were trying to get him started quicker into the game. I just kind of reversed this game. It was like the second half started off slow and kind of disgusting. And the first half started off quicker. When they put it all together, we'll be in good shape. But, Ritter got JJ to jump on his cadence, and then right after that, got 95 to jump too. So two straight penalties in a row, which was funny to see. And then a holding, man, that's holding on Lindstrom. Hell of a run by Tyler, 37-yard run. And I'm not going to hate on Lindstrom. That dude is damn good every week. So that's going to happen sometimes on an offensive lineman. It just sucked to happen at that time because, like I said, that was a great run by Tyler. The second quarter starts. Tyler got a 4th and 1 conversion, and then just rolls right into the end zone, 7-3. So we get the ball back, forces the punt on the next possession for the Cardinals. Anderson put a nice little pressure there on 3rd and forced a bad throw from Blau, and then we fumbled the snap on the next possession, which that was on Dez. He said that after the game, but I mean, I couldn't tell during the beginning if it was actually, or when it happened, if it was on him or Dahlman, because Dahlman obviously has had these issues throughout the year, but it was on Dez. He said it was his problem, so he got it. And then Cardinals, of course, take the ball over right there I think it was the 10-yard line, something like that. And then a TD pass from Blau to McBride. Richie bit hard on that play action run there and got burned by McBride. So 10-7, they go up. Mike, you good now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, you good.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening. But
no,
please continue, sir.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. And then we get the ball back. Tyler with some shifty ass footwork. You don't really don't see that from him that often. That I mean, he made 2 guys miss, and then took off for a first down. Ritter was bouncing back nicely from that fumble, I thought, because that's mistakes are going to happen. You just want to see how he comes back from them, and that was good. It was good to see it. I mean, he was making confident throws, looked good, got damn near sacked, got out of it, ran for almost a first down. We went for it on 4th and 2, and I don't understand this play call, man. We rolled to the right, missed the third London, which, by the way, it was a PI. It was either PI or they were holding him, one of the two, and they didn't call either one of them. But I hated that play call, man. I mean, you were running the ball like a monster with Tyler and CP, whichever one, take your pick. But I didn't like that play. We talked about it last week. Anytime they roll the right with that type of thing, it just never seems to work out for us. But like I said, miss PI.
Yet we continue.
Yes, we continue. You know what though? That was up to that point. I thought Smith was calling a good game. Like I didn't have really any issues today with how he called the game. Like there was that one was obviously not good. Maybe a few other questionable ones, but overall, like the last few weeks we've been talking about like, Smith didn't help out Dez at all, during those first couple of games really. And I thought he, except for the second half last week, but today was okay. Cardinals get it back. They go 3 and out. Oliver continues having his good day, and then Richie, man, coming through with the block punt like a bat out of hell through there, man. That was awesome to see. And then we get it back on the 5. CP scores on the first play, goes in untouched, 14-10. Cardinals drive right down, kick a field goal, and they get back in it 14-13 at halftime. And then our first possession, Ritter gets sacked by JJ. You just knew he was going to get one today.
Yeah,
it was just
he was too hype.
Yeah, it was just going to happen. And then man, Pinion, I mean, like the perfect coffin corner, freaking half-yard line, goes out of bounds, ridiculous. Best punt I've seen all year long, man. So, of course, it doesn't really matter because they just get out of it really easily and push down the field. But they call a PI on Alfred, which was terrible, dude. Hollywood just fell down, man.
That was so – I was looking at that so hard like, man, I'm being biased, but I really didn't see it. He was holding the jersey slightly, but he wasn't impeding the progress, but he didn't interfere at all.
No, it's just, I mean, it wasn't, you see so much worse get called. Like I said, Hollywood just fell down at the end, made it look like it was a hell of a lot worse than it was. So whatever, man. They faked it going for it on 4th and 8 just to get us to call a timeout, which they did. Prater kicked a field goal, 36-yard field goal, 16-14. They go up. We get the ball back. Pass gets batted down on 3rd, which was, it was just, I don't know. I didn't love the play call in there, but it is what it is. We had to punt it. Then Prater misses a field goal, which is not very common for him, but that was nice because it ended up being huge just with how the game finished out. Then the Falcons, we go 3 and out again, 3 straight runs, 3rd and 1. We go shotgun. I hate that, man. I know it's our offense, but I hate when you need 1 yard, you're lined up off the ball like that. I just want to see you just get in there and get it, dude. Like, just, man. And it also, on that play, it looked like he was, I'm sorry, and then on the punt, it looked like the dude was offsides. But no flag. They said he got back. To me, I couldn't tell if he got back in time. He was moving slowly. If he did, I don't know. I didn't. I don't know. But whatever. So they get it back. 4th and 1. We make a stand. We stop them on a 4th and 1 run, which we don't do very often. So that was awesome to see by the defense. Deep shot to Bird, which is the only deep shot he took all day long, and man, he placed it in there perfectly. And should have been a PI.
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
Dude grabs Bird's arm and pulls back on him before the ball gets there, which is a PI, but no, that's not called. What would they call that? That's with the Falcons. Tyler just keeps on just taking bodies, man. I mean, just like
all he do, man. I text John during the game and I said, man, all Tyler does is be on time and go to work. Like that's all he do is like he come to work on time and he works. Like he does this every week. Like he's so reliable. Yeah, gotta love that dude. Look, I'm gonna tell you, he's so tough of a runner. Here's how I know I'm out of my Falcon mind and so biased. He's so good, like at tough running, that if I see like highlights of anybody else now who have a tough run, I swear the first thing I think is like, man, fake ass Matt Tyler Algier. Like he just started playing. I'd be like, fake ass Tyler Algier. Yeah, like like he's that good. He's Mr. Reliable. So I love him. He just come to work every week and bash it out.
Yeah, man. And we'll talk about some more about him in a little bit too. And So we end up on that after he on that same drive, man, that pass to CP. I thought it was a catch, man. And CP posted a photo on Twitter of himself lying on the ground with the ball in his hands, like down,
Mhm.
completely down. I know you have to complete the to complete the catch, but what a catch is has changed so much over the years since we started watching football that I don't even know what it is anymore. I just know that apparently you have to hold on to it through the entire time. And like the guy, I think, dude knocked it out at the very end. But anyway, I think
Man, that was ridiculous because like I'm all for you having to maintain control of it through you falling, but he actually did. He actually had
he was on
hit
the
the
ground.
ground and
Yeah.
maintained control, and the play was over. He was on the ground for like a second, like
Yeah.
then he lost the ball. So I don't know what you wanted him to do there. Like I'm gonna tell you, they call strange shit on the Falcons. Like, and
All year, brother.
it's like they see shit that's not there, and then stuff that's on us that's clearly there.
Yeah.
They don't like they Stevie Wonder just patting around with a stick.
And look,
It's
man,
weird, man.
we're not good enough to have refs give us shit like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yep.
we can't overcome some of this stuff that we get called, man. We can't be having that. But anyway, it was a nice start to CP too, man. Nice little back shoulder type thing. But
Yeah.
anyway, we ended up having to kick the field goal, so 17-16, took points off the board there. Cardinals moved the ball well down there. Then they got pushed back by an eligible downfield and a holding, which made it 1st and 25. And we ended up holding them to a field goal on that drive. And Prater hit a 57-yarder. That dude has just got a
That
ridiculous leg,
a
man.
cannon.
So we get it back with 5 minutes left, moving the ball good. Big run by CP got us in the Cardinal territory. Good pass to London for first, and that was 2-minute warning at 3rd and 7. And man, that 3rd and 7 throw to Pruitt on a freaking line, man. Like he had a small ass window, and he put it right in there to him. Huge
Hey
throw
man,
in the game.
great pass. And I will say this. Uh Pruitt is pretty damn good, man. He has impressed me with his route running, his toughness, his hands, his blocking. He's pretty damn good. Like, I'm not saying he should start over Kyle or nothing
No, of
like
course
that,
not.
but
Yeah.
he has been pretty damn good in what I've seen from him so far.
Yeah, agreed. He's filled in just fine. I mean, like of course, nobody
Mhm.
can replace that speed that Kyle has, but I mean,
Yeah.
he's done what they've asked him to do within the offense, and he's done a good job doing it.
Young, why you going over the game log? I want to say this. It seemed like every time, if you're a Falcon fan, don't it seem like every time we have a big run or a big pass,
It's
it's
fucking old.
holding?
I know.
Like all season, it's like every time it's 20 or plus or more, and you home like, oh, we got one. 100% of the time, they be like, oh yeah, holding. It's laundry on the field. It's laundry on the field every time. They did it again today, and I was like, dog, why is this happening to me? It's like we cannot do a big play without cheating. It's ridiculous.
I hold my breath every time, man. Every
Yeah,
long play, I'm just sitting there waiting. I'm not even celebrating. I'm like, damn, okay, where's the flag? Is it not a flag?
yeah.
And I think I talked about it when you were getting back in the show of it was on Lindstrom, which I can't. I mean, it's never Lindstrom
That
never
blew
makes a
my
hold,
mind.
man. I'm like, I'm not going to even give him much any shit
Yeah,
because he's so good every week. I can't. I mean, it's going to happen, and it just happened at a bad time, like I said.
yeah.
But anyway, by this point in the game, Arizona used all the timeouts, and then Tyler sealed it basically with the run for a first down there, close to I think it was on 2 or 3 yard line. Then Dez just kneels on it. Koo hits the game winner, 20-19, and we're good to go. And I think Mike just dropped out again. I'm gonna head over to the chat while he's getting back in. I don't know what's going on with his connection tonight. Let's see, where are we at? Victor said, "I'm convinced it was trust in Ritter's play call." I'm convinced it. Yeah, you're probably right. Alberto said, "Any positions of knee stand out more than ever to you guys." Man, it's yeah, I mean, to me, it's the pass rush again, the defensive line. I know we got a couple of sacks today, Oliver with the blitz. And who else got one? I think it was Okundeji maybe had a sack today. But yes, it's just a consistent pressure. We can't allow David Blau to sit back there, which he did. He didn't have a great day, but I think he was pulling up the stats. I think he was 24 of 40 or something like that, which is 24 of 40, 222 yards. So I mean, it's not like he had a terrible day. So I mean, it's like we always do against these quarterbacks. We allow these, the mid to low level quarterbacks go out there. But but you saw what happened when we pressured him, right? When we pressured him, made bad throws. He was short arming it. He was overthrowing. So we can get some consistent pressure. And Alberto, and we've talked about it on various shows, man. If we can get beef up this line, whether it's a Jerron Payne, whether it's somebody in the draft, whatever it is, man. We got to get those guys more help, get consistent pressure. I thought, I think the safeties are still coming along. Obviously, we got to address CB2. We've talked about that. But it's just, for me, man, it's just that damn. And on the good side, the offensive line, man, and we'll talk about it later when Mike gets back in here. But the offensive line just impressed all year. And I know there's a few spots. Dahlman gets just blown off the ball. Hennessy was filling in today since Elijah was out, Wilkinson, and he got blown up a few times by JJ Watt. But it's JJ Watt. He's going to do that to some of the best guys. So it's just going to happen as well. But yeah, overall, good stuff there. I mean, obviously we could use a few more receivers and a few more playmakers for sure. Big Pops had that deep Ritter ball to Bird was a straight dot. Yeah, man, had a PI, but still shouldn't be. I thought so too. I know him pulling his arm affected the catch, but I thought it was probably still catchable. But that's a great pass. And I saw somebody tweet or something like that during the game or it was after the game that Desmond hadn't thrown. You don't see him looking downfield at all. He doesn't throw any deep shots. Doesn't even try any deep shots, which is hard to judge when you're watching the game, like in real time, because we don't have the all 22, so we can't really see. Obviously, when the play goes on there, when you're watching it on TV, when they drop back off the screen, you can't see the deep quarter of the field, so you don't know what's going on. You don't know what kind of safety coverage is back there, if they're in cover 2 or if they're in man or whatever they're doing. We don't know that. When we see the all 22 during the week, then we can figure that out. But it's not fair to say he's not looking downfield. I think he definitely is. I don't think he's taking any unnecessary shots if it's not there. Not to mention if it's it's London and a bunch of 3 and 4s and practice squad guys. So that's kind of what that is downfield as well, regardless of who we're playing. So I'm not mad about that. He made checkdowns we needed to. He still hasn't thrown a pick yet in 3 games, in his first 3 games. Could he? He's been close a couple of times. There's a few drops, but today he was not even close to throwing one. So that one to Pruitt, really tight window there, but he made it. So that's all that can matter. Super Contra said, "Can we draft a ref in the first round?" No shit. We have to get somebody, one of them on our side, man. This is not good. ATL Harris said, Ritter showed me a lot from that game. Yep, that's what's having an adult at QB looks like. Mature decisions, don't press, be accurate, make a handful of improv plays. Yeah, totally agree. I can't get with folks really hating on him today, man, because we said before the game, we said all week long, we wanted to see improvement in him, and we did. Against a not great defense. We always know our offense, at least with Arthur up to this point, it's a very heavy run first type of thing. So I don't expect a lot of 300-yard games plus, unless that's what the team we're playing, calls for. But if we can run the ball successfully against an opponent, we're going to keep doing this. It's going to keep being a play action, run heavy, throw it when it's there type of thing, and try to hit him on a deep shot every now and then type of offense. As he gets more comfortable and gets more experience, maybe it's opened up even more. But just the fact that he can hit those intermediate shots that Marcus really wasn't hitting on a consistent basis so far, his efficiency today was, he was definitely more efficient than he has been. 19 of 26, 169 yards. Yeah. Or the QB rating was 90. So I'm not mad at all about what I saw today. And then him being getting a few times, just escaping the pocket, making a play happen with his legs. He's not afraid of doing that either. So far, so good, man. I got nothing bad to say about today. Big Pop said, wouldn't be mad if the Falcons picked up John Ross. He's not bad when he's healthy. Yeah, dude, anybody. Somebody said last week, Alan Lazard from the Packers, and I was just watching him. Another big body. He's another London type of guy. He's 6'5". He's a big dude, but I wouldn't. Anything's not not anything. I don't want to hate on these guys, but Oz. I love Oz, man. But he's not a number 2. He's a slot. He's a 3 or 4. Hodge, burner, but he's not the same thing. Bird, same deal. These guys are not high level, wide receivers in the league. So when you've got London really being the true number 1 that they can really focus in on, and he's still getting the ball. They're still throwing the ball. That's all we have to. That's a good thing. So it's something we have to improve. Which actually, next comment Alberto was talking about, for me, it's a true number 2 for sure. With, of course, defensive line, but also CB. Yeah, exactly. Said the same thing. Yeah, CB2's got to be addressed for sure. Whether it's, and I think they probably draft one. If there's one of the guys there that they like, like I said, I'm in love with. Christian Gonzalez big dude from Oregon. I love that guy. That so far that I've watched. I haven't watched enough film on corners yet to really get a overall opinion. But from what I've seen just this year, I like that dude a lot. I like Joey Porter Jr. Definitely looking forward to it after this week. Really getting into some of the film of the college guys and breaking down who we like for us. But I wouldn't be surprised to add there. And Casey Hayward, I mean, he was good before he got hurt. I'm not, we'll see what happens when he comes back. I'm not going to just count him out either. But we definitely have to get a true number 2 for sure. And we just talked about a receiver. Yeah, I mean we've got to get more weapons out there for sure. Meteor Machine, please help me out with this one, y'all. The whole state supports the Dogs. Maybe 3% actually went to EJ. Why the fuck don't them motherfuckers support the Falcons? And it's always been that way. Man, it's just always been a college town, man. I think if you look at it from the fact that, a lot of these, we don't have the history that some of these other NFL teams have. I think, we started in 66. So, I mean, a lot of teams have been around since beginning of the NFL, the old AFL, NFL days. And so, I mean, and the fact we weren't really good. I mean, it's, people want to support a winner, and we were not good earlier in our, 60s, 70s, 80s. We had a few decent years, but man, it was not a good franchise. And I mean, overall, we show up every now and then, like the year that Mike and I started watching the Falcons, like we were in the NFC Championship game against the Skins, and just disgusting rain, like nasty game that we lost to the Skins, but they went ahead and won the Super Bowl that year with Mark Rippon. But yeah, I think UGA is always going to be king, man. That's just people. Yeah. A lot of people go there. People grow up.
Yeah, me and Red Machine, but that's what I'm talking about.
I agree, though. Yeah,
I agree with him wholeheartedly.
I would 100% love for the Falcons fan, and that's the thing. Like,
but we gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you, man. Me and John gonna do it. Don't even worry about it.
I gotta check our analytics, man.
If you give us another year, I promise you, we'll double the fan base.
I gotta check and see how many
out of your Falcon mind.
I gotta see how many 18 to 24-year-olds are listening to us, because that used to be
our
lowest demographic. But no, but 2 is down to like people like myself, right? I've got a 12-year-old son, so like he was 5 or what was he 6 whenever the Super Bowl happened. So I've said it on the show before. The next morning when he woke up for Super Bowl, he's like crying himself, like literally when I told him what the score was, because he went to bed at 28-3. He woke up and told me, dude, we lost. And he's like, what? And so then I'm like, shit, have I made a mistake as a parent? Like, should I go ahead and tell him to root for somebody else? But I was like, no, screw it. It's fine. It's not, because I thought, if he can do with this at his, it can only get better, man. You can never, I hope to God, ever top that lowest moment that we had there. So, and he stuck with him, man. Like I said, dude, and as he got a little bit older, he started watching more. I was like, dude, you can be a fan of whoever you want, man. But he's a diehard Falcons fan. But that's what it is. It's people like our age, 30s and 40s, that have kids that are fans. Like, bring them up fans, man. And I'll say this too, and it's something and it doesn't get talked about a lot, but it's true. Atlanta's a very transient city, man. So folks move here from all over the country. They move here from the north, from the west. They bring their team here. They bring their teams with them. I mean, like, I've met so many people like, oh, I moved from Pittsburgh. I'm a huge Steelers fan. And like they'll start to root for the Falcons, when they're not playing the Steelers or whatever, just because they're the home team. But that you can't change that either. I mean, we've got so many people that come here that move from out of town. That's just kind of is what it is. But yeah, I really hope with this young group. I just heard today actually at the press conference, Tori McElhenney made the comment that we have the most players on the team that are under 26 years old in the NFL. So we have got a very young team, and I really hope it's going to be a young, exciting team that we just keep building on. Because, dude, you saw that. I mean, you saw how the dome was during the playoff run and that freaking Packers game we beat. I mean, dude, like, we have it. Like, you just win. You put a good product on the field, man, and I promise you, like, that stadium will be filled up with people ready to go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's. I mean, to me, it should be filled up anyway, because that's your team and you go support them. But it's another.
But that is how we act here. Well, I won't say we, because I don't do it, but that is how the majority of people. If we start winning, we have more diehard Falcon fans come out to work, because they got the sweatshirts and hats and all. Oh, they got the stuff. Oh, it'll come out. You will see the whole city wearing them if we start winning, and they'd be talking about how they was always fans when they was winning or losing. So
yeah, Yeah,
but I
like
still want to see it.
yeah, like I said, we've talked about it too on the show. Like when we lose, like we don't have as many viewers, we don't have as many
Mhm.
watches, we don't have as many listens because people don't want to, and I mean, whatever, man. To each his own. I mean, like I even like for my teams, like for the podcast or whatever that I like. I mean, I watch all of them. I'm listening to all of them because it's my team. Whether they lose or not. So I mean,
Mhm.
I can aggravate the hell out of you, but that's how it is, man. I'm not gonna be a fair weather type of dude. Big Pop, we said we should address D line and free agency and CB in a draft. Yeah, I'm with you on that, man.
Mhm.
100%. We need to get D line in the worst way.
In the
Falcon fan
worst way.
1990. Yeah, man. It's just like I was talking about it when you were off because Alberto was asking me like was there a position group that stood out to you today that really needs the help the most? And I said to me it was defensive line because we could not consistently
Mhm.
get pressure. I know we got the 2 sacks, but when you're allowing David Blau all the time in the world to find a
Mhm.
receiver, you can't do that, man. You've got, I mean,
Yeah.
just like that's not going to be successful because you saw when we got pressure on him, he was short arming throws, he was
Mhm.
overthrowing people,
Rushing throws.
rushing
Yeah.
throws. So that to me is just the biggest, I don't know. He said wide receiver 2 and corner for him.
Mhm.
Anything different for you?
I would say I gotta go. I gotta go defensive line too.
Yeah,
Because like I
yeah,
said, if you can't pressure the quarterback, man, we play some sorry ass quarterbacks
yeah,
and they beat us or they damn near beat us. And that's just because of the defensive line. So
yeah,
we need to address that immediately.
yeah. I agree. Um, yeah, I don't know. And I really hope it's somebody like Deron Payne or somebody that we can just. I
Mhm.
would prefer to like Big Pop said, fill that with free agency. Somebody that's proven that can get it done because you never know. You take a rookie, that's never just an instant hit. Normally, like
Mhm.
you don't really know what you're going to get there. So I'd rather definitely rather hit that with free agency because of how much of a need it is. Victor said Clark Phillips, ladies and gentlemen, dude, he's a good.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to watching more on him. He plays for Utah, Mike.
Mhm.
So we'll have to check him out. C. Joy Porter Jr., Cam Smith, dude, I'm down with either one of those guys, man. I'm down
Man,
with either one of
if
those guys.
Joey Porter Jr. is the junior that I'm thinking about, then I take him off rip.
It's his son, brother.
Oh, I take him off rip.
Yeah,
I don't care what I take him off rip. Yes, I agree.
yeah.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all. No problem, brother.
I
Appreciate
appreciate
you
you,
watching,
buddy.
man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So folks claim I've brainwashed my
Hey,
kids to be
dog.
Falcons
Hey,
fan. I
man, let
say
me
it's by
say
default.
something. I truly do think it's some of the coolest shit when y'all have children and y'all buy them Falcon shit because it's not so much brainwashing. It's like it's a gift. It's the gift of pain and excitement. I'm gonna tell you something. It's the
This,
gift because like it is the gift. It is a gift to be a Falcon fan, dog. And you get into it and you lose. I mean, it make you a strong person. It make you a strong person. Fuck bullying. You don't got to get bullied. Be a Falcons fan. It'll make you a strong person. So, man, I just think that's dope to start him early and allow them to be, you know, because people come here and like half the stadium is just people who like, I mean, I ain't from here and I don't really have a team, but I'm here and I guess I should wear the jersey. Like, but half the stadium is there are some people from Georgia or some people that been here a very long time. So I just say the more the merrier, man. But we want the diehard Falcon fans, man.
I didn't.
And you start those early.
Yeah, and Media Machine. I left this part out, and we've talked about it before on the show, and I'll say it again. Yeah, a lot of it, I'll be honest with you, is some of the ticket pricing as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
before Mercedes and some of that stuff, dude. I mean, like we literally priced out some of our most diehard fans
Yep.
that can't afford to get in there, and you can't ask folks to make a decision between putting food on the table and going to a Falcons game. You just
Mm-hmm.
can't. You can't make that.
Because I'm starving. You hear me? Bay ain't eating it. If it's my man, Bay, you not eating because I'm eating a little something, but you can't eat for the next 2 weeks because I
I
gotta
mean,
go see this game.
yeah. I
Sacrifice
mean,
for me, Bay. If you really love me, show me it's real. No,
$2
I'm
hot
joking.
dog, $2 hot dogs and $1
I'm
cokes
joking.
is great and all, but I mean,
Yeah,
like it's not gonna like you still got to get in the damn building first. So I
yeah,
mean,
yep.
it's just I mean, it's some of the PSLs on the season tickets or some are just, I mean, like people's salaries, man. It's insane. Like
It
it's a
really
lot of
is.
money. So I hope maybe eventually that will come down, or there'll be something that that's a little bit better there, because you want your lower bowl to be your diehards, man, going nuts, like not your third tier being your diehards. You know what I mean? Like you
Mhm.
want as many crazy fans as you can get on
Yep.
there. So anyway, that's just my little rant on that. Let's see
Great
where we back at.
stadium, but lower the prices so that the regular people who stay in Georgia can attend the game.
Yeah, dude, I'd rather
Regular
pay
normal people.
$15 for a hot dog and be able to get in
Yeah.
a damn door first. Like then I can
And
choose
bro, I
not to eat
mean,
while I'm there. I mean, like,
yeah, yeah. But and I'll tell you this too. It's way nicer of a view. It's a way greater experience to have like a closer seat like at the game, but it's way more fun the higher you are up
very
because it's
true, very true,
lunatic. You know what I'm saying?
very
So
true.
like you always got to respect that and appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And Alberto is what he was saying too about raising his kids. I mean, like it's cool too, like you were
I
saying,
love
because
that.
it's a community too, though, right? Because I mean, like when you go to the games, you experience it, because everybody's cool and everybody's having a good time. You're all there for the same reason. But the folks that are real diehards, like ourselves, the folks that watch our show, the folks that listen to our show, like you create this community, right? Where it's like we all live through the same thing. So we all ride the same highs and we're
Mhm.
all down the same lows. We've all experienced 28-3 together. Like, so it's like you said, man, it's just kind of like it's, I don't know. It's just, it makes you stronger, man. Makes you appreciate
It
some things a
does.
little bit more.
But
Um,
but can you imagine, like man, when we win it, like at 28-3? I want to say this. At halftime, I was almost crying because I was thinking a lifetime. I was like, I was on the team. It was almost brought tears to my eyes, were watering at halftime because I'm thinking, man, this is like a lifetime
yeah,
achievement. I done finally made it. Like you feel like you made it. So just imagine when we win the Super Bowl in your lifetime, what it would feel like.
yeah,
It would be amazing.
totally. Meaner Machine said, I've been to all the playoff games and I was at the Super Bowl. Damn, my kids are all Falcons fans. Had a boy. So we do support. Maybe I'm just in my feelings because I'm a Tech fan.
Hey, dog, man, I love this dude, bro. Like, this is a real fan. He paid for them tickets. Now you spent a pretty penny, so I love you for that. And you raising your kids right, and you went to the Super Bowl. Like, that's a real fan. You gotta love
Hey,
him.
Oblivion Empire, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Oblivion Empire.
Victor said Clark plays bigger than what he has measured in, as he held Drake one catch when they played in college. Just saying, hey, I'm down. I can't wait to watch some film on and check them out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Alberto said facts, Mike.
Yeah.
Uh, Big Pop said I live in Charlotte and make a couple of games a year. Had a boy, I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Hey, that's dope, Big Pop. Hey, tell
Hey,
her,
tell
wish
her.
I still live in Atlanta to catch some games. Only able to visit these days.
Hey, well, come on down, man. We'll
Yeah.
all go to a
Yeah.
game. That'd be great.
Never skip a visit, buddy.
Me and Red said we could have a whole discussion on the fan base, pricing, ownership, and toxicity of the fan base. I could go,
Mhm.
yeah, dude. We could do an entire show on it, and even the tech thing, man. I mean, like that's same kind of deal, right? It's been a tough road for them since
Mhm.
what 1991 or so. I mean, I know there were some good years of Paul Johnson, but again, I don't want to digress and get off on a tangent on that. So, man, from the game, like I said, there were some big performances. Obviously, man, Tyler. Let's talk about it, man. Like the progression that dude's made from early in the season, where he was running into the back of his offensive lineman and the vision wasn't quite there, to see where he's come, like where he's at now. You don't see that a lot, man, to happen all in the same year. You might see that jump from year 1 to year 2, but
Mhm.
the jump he's made from week, I don't know, 4 to now is crazy.
Both our players hit, but it is a big difference. All right. So you called Tyler Algier and I called Troy Anderson. Here's the difference. Troy to me is the Tasmanian devil. He's like a wild thing that you just, man, let loose, right? And when he learns how to control it and to aim it and he understands it in his mind, like mentally, he'll be a great player. But you haven't seen that progress like over the course of the season. He just still a wild animal. He just learning like by he done overshot plays, he done overran. He just learning by his fuck ups. Like he go at it so fast. He just learning like as he go. Tyler Algier, you've seen him progress over the course of his rookie season into a different person than he was at the start. Like you can't even compare the two. He being more patient. He got vision now. He runs tougher now. He don't let up off the play. It was a play today where he had broke the play. He running out of bounds anyway. There's no need to inflict an additional blow. You running out of bounds anyway. Just because the dude wanted to inflict it, he was like, fuck it. And he inflicted it on him. And I was like, damn, I love this dude. And all he do is show up every week and he come to work. I view him like Matt Ryan. Like if it's one constant, I know he'll probably show up and do good. You feel what I'm saying? And he do it every week. And again, just the progression, man. He's gotten better because I was not impressed. I'm like, man, this dude keep running into the back of the lineman, and I'm just CP, because CP is electric. And it's the opposite now. So, CP kind of go into the back of the lineman because of his status. And then Tyler is electric now. But man, I'm cool. I never thought I would say this. He's so good. I'm cool with not having CP and more having a back that can do some different things. You know what I mean? Having Tyler Algier and a back who can do some different things. How Najee Harris was supposed to be. Like that. Like I would
Not as a big dude too. I mean, like
yeah,
that's what we were talking about, like Jahmyr Gibbs from Alabama, him being a nice fit,
that's what
because
I'm saying.
I mean, you get a
Man,
guy
and I
that,
totally
yeah,
believe he have somebody, but like in mind already, because I think that piece is critical to him. But Tyler Algier, man, just deserve. But I will say this: I have no doubt in my mind he's headed for injury. Like he won't be able to last long doing this. Um, like that, just the constant contact. He's a battering ram. I gotta believe that's going to catch up in like year two, maybe.
yeah, we've talked about that too, and that's why I kind of like this whole committee thing. You know what I mean? Like
Me too.
I hope they, whether it's CP or somebody else, they keep that kind of going. Like I mean, I don't. It's kind of a catch-22. You want him to get carries so he gets in the flow of the game, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
want him to, keep inflicting blows, but that also those blows hurt him as well, in
Mm-hmm.
the long run. So it's great that, and knock on wood, he's held up all year long. Great. I think he said he had a
He
little
really
knock
has.
today. He said he was limping into the locker room at halftime, but he came out and he was fine. So, but like you said, you're right. We watched Devonta Freeman come up, do the same thing, and he was hurt all the time in year 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that gives you a little bit of worry, but he seems like a type of guy, like he's going to work, he's going to put in the off season work, he's going to get stronger, bigger, faster, keep working at his craft. So I'm not worried about him at all. Like you said, he's one of those guys you just kind of know he's going to bring it. Like you feel
Mm-hmm.
it every week.
Can you
So
imagine him stronger, bigger, faster?
they have to think
Wow.
about it. And like I said, man, I
Yeah.
will keep beating my chest because that's the one dude. Him
Mm-hmm.
and Brian Robinson, man, last year during the draft, that's the
Mm-hmm.
two guys I pinpointed I wanted for us. After watching Tyler, though, I was like, yeah, I really think this guy fits our offense really well. And
Mm-hmm.
he had me a little bit worried early this season. Like I was a little bit like, maybe I missed on this one, but he came through for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm in good shape. But yeah, and like I said, we've talked about that too. I think they will add another running back, whether it's somebody like him, NCP, or whether it's of the faster catch out of the backfield type of guy too.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. We'll see. And on to Ritter, man. So we all wanted to see Ritter get better this week and perform against not as good a defense. I think when you were off the show, I talked about it a little bit. We're never going to see like the way this offense is constructed and the way Arthur calls it plays. Like it's not set up to be a 350-yard, 4-touchdown type of offense, right? I mean, it's just not. There may be games that's required because of who the opponent is, but that's not what Arthur wants to do. Arthur wants to run the ball, play action, kill the clock, that type of stuff. So, and what's your call on that, Mike? And Mike froze on me again. Damn it, his connection just sucks tonight. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I'll talk about it. Yeah, so to me, Ritter made, and we talked about it a little bit with what ATL Hara said. He made all the progression all that we wanted to see this week. Made good throws, was decisive, stayed in the pocket when he needed to, got out of the pocket when he needed to. I mean, I think he took it with the one sack from JJ. But I wasn't upset, man. Like I'm still, nothing is just glaringly like staring at me to saying, hey, he's not the guy. You know, like I still think like he can be the dude. And if he shows up against Tampa Bay next week and does the same thing, gets better again, I don't know that they go into next year looking to add a competition for him. I don't know that that's going to be the case. They may just have, where they have seen enough and say like he's going to be the guy. And we'll bring in a backup, kind of like what Dave said on the last show. I'm totally fine with that. If that's what, because I mean he's shown me enough decision making, poise, confidence. Like I said today, he looked how I wanted him to look, and he made the fumble on the snap. He came back, bounced right back, and like it never happened, which is what you want to see your quarterback do. And Mike, I was just saying, you good now, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know what is happening. It's the first of the year. I done got kicked off this podcast more times in this one episode.
That's true.
Than I have all last year. I don't know what's happening. It don't want me on here to gloat like I'm a gloat. I want to say this for all Desmond, everybody who was confused about Desmond Ritter. I will say this: I watched the game today and I drew a conclusion. Desmond Ritter is the perfect quarterback for Arthur Smith's for his offense. Because I will tell you this: what I noticed was what John just said is like, dog, we will never have a like an offense where it's 70% pass and 30% run, or 60% pass and 40% run, or really even half and half. It'll always be, at best, it'll be 60-40 at best, because that's who our head coach is. So with that being said, you probably talking about a person throwing, you hope for 200 yards a game and 2 touchdowns. You hope if he had an excellent outing and just him to be efficient in like short and like mid-range throws and don't do anything stupid. He looked like the epitome of that shit today, like the logo for that, for what I just said. Like it should have been him. So when I was looking at him, I'm like, man, this dude, why pay? I'm with Dave now. Why pay, dog? Bro, this is all I'm asking him to do. I'm telling you, he can. I can see he can do that now, and he a rookie. He's struggling with it and all, but I can see he could do it. Oh no, I'm not paying nobody else. I see, man, that man can. That is the man for what we need him to do for Arthur Smith. It's a reason that they picked him, just in case we had just in case we had an unkind male who was the type of person who will walk off when he get benched. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. But they called him in for a reason, and he showed everything today. When I'm watching him today, it was a play. It don't mean nothing to y'all. I'm saying it means something. I told you, it's 2 different ways to watch football. The way I'm watching it, it's a play that it don't mean nothing to y'all, but it was like 2nd and 12, and he took off for 5 yards. And all I'm saying is the play had broke down. It was nobody open. It was the mental wherewithal to what he did. I said, oh, he gonna be. It's the throws, the long throw. Oh, he had more. He could have put more on it, and it was beautiful, and it was on the money. Like the short throws. Oh, he'll throw a dart. Oh, it'll take one of your fingers off. Like he could put it in your chest, and he could take off, but he don't yearn to take off. I think that this dude is exactly what Arthur Smith dreamed of in a quarterback, especially the payment. And I think he proved it today to me. Like, oh nah, this is because I'm like everybody else. I'm trying to see a quarterback. I want to see a quarterback performance, like when you throw 300 yards. But then I'm thinking he'll never had that. Mariota never had that. It's like not a part of the offense.
Yeah, it's
Matt Ryan had it, but he's Matt Ryan in his umpteenth like year plan. He's gonna have that, but who else had it? And that's even when it was kind of still passing your 60-40. So um nah, it is not designed for that. But what it is designed for, oh, he can do excellent, buddy. He the
Yeah,
man
and
for that job.
agreed. And I think Arthur wants, like, like I said, the game plan is going to change based on who your opponent is, right? So there may
Hmm.
be a team that's really good at stopping the run, or you have to throw the ball. I think Arthur wants a quarterback that, when needed, he can
Yep.
deliver that type of game,
Yep.
though. Like, he's got 300 in his pocket. He's got 3 touchdowns in his pocket when he has to do it.
Yep.
And I think that'll increase when he gets a little bit more talent around him. When we've got Kyle
Hmm.
back there, when we've got some other pieces to make it harder on defenses, because right now we really don't make it that hard on defense when we go to throwing the ball. We just don't with the guys that we have out there. So yeah, I'm with you, dude. I mean, like, I don't I'm there's nothing really about him that's just like that scares me, to think that we need to go out there and draft one,
Hmm.
or try to trade for one. Like, we'll see what happens. But let's see. Uncle Steve, what's happening, brother?
Uncle Steve.
Said, what's up, gents? Great point about making smart money decisions about the Falcons games. Yeah. Algier was great. Yep. He said, Ritter's growing on me, but still concerned about pressure on opposing QBs. Brother, we talked about it
That D
earlier,
line.
man. We talked about it earlier. It's just that's we got to address that, man. When we allow QBs like that all the time in the world, and he eats us up, we can't. We saw what happened, man. Look at Joe
Dog, I'm gonna
Burrow,
tell
just
you.
dice us up. I mean,
I'm gonna
like,
tell you how the Falcons kill me. Every other week, they took me to the wire, and it stresses me out. I have to zen myself. I have to concentrate. I have to be like, ah, yeah, okay. They do it every week. The one week that I could care less, if we win, because we win regardless. We get a better draft, then we lose, and then we win. That's great. So the one week that I'm like, oh, you know what? I could care less. I have no emotion in it. We win. And I
mhm.
said, these mother.
Yeah.
Man, the Falcons are insane. When it don't
Well,
mean nothing to me. When it was for the playoffs and well, they let me down. When
yeah.
it was for $715, oh no, you can't. It let me down. But the week I could care less if we win or not. It don't mean nothing to nobody. Now y'all rumble and win, man. You
Yeah,
gotta love them.
I'm glad they won, though, man. Like, it's,
Yeah,
a lot of
especially
folks.
since the first of the year they start off with a win. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks talking about they would rather have us have lost the game because of the draft, and I just don't. I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's like I said. I said it last week. I think it's more important for Ritter's confidence, more important for the offense, the team as a whole, to win these games. Because look, I think our buddy had saved it on Twitter. Had talked about the draft positions. Yeah, Scott Karasik. I hope I said your name right, buddy. On Twitter, he said, as it sits right now, the worst the Falcons could possibly pick is ninth. If they win
Hmm.
next week, or sixth if they lose. So in that range, we're out of Jalen Carter, Will Anderson conversation, more than likely at that range. But still, there's okay. So you're out of that conversation, but dude, there's still a lot of good talent to be had at 6 to 9.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not that worried about it. Like, I think it's more important that we won the game. And because if you lose, say Ritter lost all 4 games, like, I don't care if that they don't mean anything,
Yeah.
that we get it, but he doesn't care about the damn draft. Like, it's him, like, personally, like, his, like, I would, if I'm the quarterback, like, I want to win those games. Like, I want to go into the offseason with some confidence and some positivity, thinking like, okay, I can do this at the NFL level, not lose 4 games, but win one to a crappy Arizona team. You know what I mean?
And
So
and the thing is that you could tell if y'all was watching that game when Tyler got the first down to seal it. Did you see like what you went through him when he was so excited? He like they cared to win that game. Like they was when I saw that, like I cared to. I was like, all right, I would have because you see how much it meant to him. Like, yo, oh, like we finally did it. It meant something to him to finally struggle and win at the end. So you can't take that away. And I wouldn't want to take that away. Like
yeah,
John said, I would say something that John said really early on, or it was during the draft. He said, if you can pick talent, you can pick it anywhere in the draft. Like in like the later rounds, if you can pick talent, you can pick talent. And we will get a good pick if you can pick talent. Like we
yeah,
have a good pick already. It's in stone, even if we win the last game. If we don't, we'll get a better pick, but we will get a chance at a great player regardless. So we good.
yeah. And like I said on Twitter today, like, there's no guarantee, dude. Like, you can draft a guy 2, 3,
Oh,
6,
yeah.
5, whatever. And you can think he's going to be great. He may
Yep.
suck though. You don't know. Like there's just
Yep.
no guarantee. So like there's to me the upside to winning just beats that. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just not. There's no guarantee. So and let's pop back over the chat.
Rilla, yeah, he said, here's what Berto just said. Say it with your chest, Mike. Ritter is tailor made for this offense. Those big yardage games will come with more talent around. Yeah, he will be able to do that on play action. I'm telling y'all, I just seen it today. Like, I think that our frustration be like, oh well, we want a quarterback performance, and I just seen it. Nah, he not even expected or built to do that. He could do it, like I said. If we get to losing, he looked like he could throw, especially
Oh
with some
yeah.
talent around him.
Yep.
That boy looked like he could throw, like he got some heat on it, and he looked confident and he looked poised. Man, when he learned the playbook and he get his players back and some new talent, and the line gonna block even better. The running game should perform even better. He is the tailor, he's the prototypical quarterback for Arthur Smith. Man, that's why they got him.
Yeah.
That's why they got specifically Desmond Ritter, and you could see that he gonna be perfect, y'all. Just he gonna throw for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns a game, and you got to be cool with that instead of saying, "Oh, he's some shit, man. Look at his stats," because we will be winning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the folks said that today. I mean, you look. I mean, that one to CP, there's a touchdown right there.
Yeah.
And then the one that long shot to Hodge, and that's
And
if
he
they
played
catches that one. I
excellent
mean,
today for a rookie. Man, he played excellent today. He missed
yeah.
he did some few rookie things. He played excellent. He gonna be our quarterback.
Big pops. So the announcers blamed that fumble on Dahlman, but I didn't really see it well.
Mm.
Yeah, I did too initially because that's what he's been doing most of the year. It's been Dahlman's fault. But I went back and watched that one. It looked to me, and I may have to watch again. The snap was fine. It was just he just didn't handle it correctly when he got it. That's what it looked like to me.
Y'all laugh at me,
And
but you know who I would love to be his backup, and I know y'all laugh at me. Is Matt Ryan, and I'm not saying to play, but to coach Desmond Ritter. Who better to tell him the mental side of the game? Man, he need like a smart veteran backup quarterback. I don't want somebody. He don't need somebody now who gonna press him for the job. He need a veteran to help him with the mental aspect. And I wish he had Matt Ryan. I really wish he would cut his price so low because he going out the league anyway and just be like, hey, fuck it, I'll do it. And we would do that just one season. And and I'm not saying so he played, but I'm saying that's when he gets that part of it. Desmond Ritter will be our franchise quarterback. I'm trying to tell you now.
yeah, and I think Dave said it perfectly last week on the show. He said, he's all for if they decide that Desmond's the guy, then yeah, you're not bringing in a guy to compete. You tell that guy right off the
You don't want that.
you tell that guy right off the bat, like, no, Desmond's our starter. You're coming in to be our backup. That's what your job is. Like, there's no competition. But if you're not, then yeah, you go find a guy that you think can do the job if Desmond really can't. And that's why I go back to I really wish we could have saw him now, like in week 8, man. Like I wish we would have a lot more time. It sucks. We've only got one more game. And like I said, nothing I've seen makes me think he can't be the guy. But I would love to have seen, I don't know, 4 or 5 more games. You know what I mean? Like this. And then somebody had commented today, and I apologize. Most Trayshawn, I think. Our buddy from around the block.
Trey.
Yeah, he said on Twitter, like watching him, how his comfort in the pocket and his ability to make plays, like it makes me wonder, like, why was he not in earlier in the season? Because, like it's hard for me to believe he couldn't have done this, or at least built on it earlier in the year. And I know the whole playoffs and whatnot was going on, but still. ATL Harris said Ritter's arm is stronger. I thought his college arm was low end good. I agree, but the velocity he has on his throws makes it really good. And like I said, Mike mentioned he's playing like an adult at QB. Yeah, his arm does. I noticed even in the preseason, and I thought it was just kind of me. Or like maybe it's just because I'm seeing it live, but his arm looked live. It looked like a lot of life to it, more than it did in college. So glad he got better. Machine Kid Mike sent us off with a New Year's riff like the one he did on Thanksgiving episode. That shit made my Thanksgiving. That's awesome. That was a great one, man.
Yeah,
that was a great one.
Which one was it on, man, Thanksgiving?
When you're just going off of like what thankful for and like, all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How you ended the show. Big Pops to build that team around Ritter while paying. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. how cool, and he looked like he can get it done, dog. It looked like, man, I don't see the book. He is not small. He do not have a weak arm. He look accurate. He look intelligent. He look poised. Like, I don't know what he can run. What more do you want from a third round pick that you can pay that and build a team around him? You have to take advantage of that. Man,
Yep.
fuck getting a quarterback like Lamar Jackson or even drafting one. Like, let's now we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. So let's spend it smartly, and we making with Kyle Pitts and him, and we getting a great draft pick and Drake. Man, we gonna be in business.
Yeah. And Super Contra said Ritter is that guy. Just give him time to develop while playing. I agree with Mike's idea about Matt Ryan back on a cheap contract to work with Ritter. They have similar traits and
Super
mechanics.
Cancer said it, so it's not just me. Hey,
I
hey,
don't.
if two people come together, it make it real. Okay, I'm not out of my Falcon mind. I'm saying as a backup, not to play, to coach the man. That's what he need. I think he should get that job. I think he could do it, and I would love to have him as my quarterback. I saw it today, but he need a veteran to come in and just teach him the professional and mental side of the game. He got the physical thing down locked.
Yeah, I don't hate it, man. I wouldn't be mad about it at all. And I think I hope Matt has realized this year that he is
It's
not a
so yeah.
starting quarterback.
I don't think he would be asking for man. You give him 2 million
It's tough though, man. It's tough for elite athletes. Don't y'all gonna laugh?
to
Say
like
that
let it go.
he's the NFL quarterback. Exactly, to let go and say that I can't do this. Like
Mhm.
that's a tough one to come to for them, for those guys. Blue and Empire said build the defense up at least.
That's
Yeah,
what
you
we
got
got to
to,
do.
got to. Brian Posse, I'm on the Brian Reese train. Yeah,
Brian
dude,
Brees.
big man out of Clemson. Yeah, I like him too. It says more
Mm-hmm.
about pride than mentality of our team. Absolutely. Smitty in here. What's up, brother?
Smitty, what up?
Good to see you, dude. Victor said the Arthur Smith decision making on quarterback is questionable. Yeah, yeah, he's not. It's the call. I think he's talking about the play calling. It can be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we definitely thought about that. Let's see. Oh, Uncle Steve said, right, Matt would be perfect, Mr. Miyagi for Ritter, but I'm not sure Matt is coming back to the place that just sent him packing 8 months ago. Egos are
Yeah.
real. Yeah, just don't see it, man.
No,
Yeah,
I truly believe
that's
it
true
would
too.
be
And
great.
there's
Like,
yeah, go ahead.
it would be great because I always say I don't think his like gift is like a physical gift. So I think that as he's like older now, like it's just getting weird, but um his like gift is in his mind. He's a smart quarterback, and if he can hand half of that at least half of it to Desmond, we can like how to read the defense and how to be a professional. We'll be in good hands. And again, it's like not to play because we can't even like run the same offense with
Yeah.
Matt, so we can't. So we really don't want you to play. He could be like third string. I don't care. Like he wouldn't play third string, but if you got him for like two, just if he get hurt a little bit, like he played, but he wouldn't get hurt. Um, I would love to have him for that because I think he would be the greatest at doing it. But I believe your Uncle Steve that egos. He probably like, man, that shit is embarrassing. It's like my city. Now I
Yeah.
got to back. But if anybody was classy enough to do it, it would be him too. So you never
I
know.
think he's talking more about the whole Watson thing because of just how that went down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
kind of
that's
like
true. He got
kind
a
of
bad. Yeah.
blindsided and like, and then that kind of comes back to like, was
Mm-hmm.
it really Blank's idea to do this because of
Mm-hmm.
his relationship with Watson, or was it Fontenot and Arthur's, or was it just they were going along for the ride? Said, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Blank, whatever you want to do, we'll do it. If this is what you really want to do, I don't know. I mean, like it would have to. I think they'd have to come back to Matt and be like, Matt, look, we're really sorry, man. Like we made a
Mm-hmm.
mistake. Like, would you come back? We'll pay you this, whatever. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't hate it though. I wouldn't hate it at all because he's a great dude. And like you said, Mike, I mean, like he's gonna bring the guy up like he should, in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Victor said talking about not benching. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I get the whole playoff. We were in it and didn't want to disrupt it, but I said during one of those shows during that time that I thought that he might have been holding us back more than actually helping us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's that.
Um, there's no. Hey dog, I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't care what nobody say. There was no person that can tell me after 8 games they had not seen enough that there was that you couldn't say, hey, he could take us to the playoffs if we leave him in. You couldn't say that, but you couldn't say um
That Ritter would.
like Ritter would if we put him in.
Right.
Because you couldn't, you have to do like it like cancels out and you do like the next smartest thing, which is, well, I would have to see him in totality in order to be able to choose where I should draft in the offseason or how I should go about free agency. And that should have been okay. It should have been 8 games or 7 or even 6, but 4 was unacceptable. Coaching blunder. 4 was unacceptable. Dog, you was gonna allow that dude to play. Man, when he spun in through that ball, you gonna keep hearing me say, when he spun in through that ball, he shouldn't have played a. You should have put him instead of him walking off voluntarily. He should have been left. He should have been left
Pay
at the plane station
pay
when
for
they
his own
said the
ticket
plane.
back.
Nah, man, you don't get to do that and still play. But yeah, I have no idea why it went that long, but it hurt Desmond Ritter and the whole team most of all. But I think we've seen enough to know he's competent. But I
Oh
don't
yeah.
think that we've seen enough to be like confident, like, oh shit, he the
Yeah.
one for sure. Like he's competent. He can do the little bit of shit he's being asked to do.
Yeah, and talking about earlier the mentality and everything too, Desmond said in this post game today that Grady got the guys together before the game today, and was like, told them like, hey, you don't get Jerry, there's not very many of these games. We only got 2 left. Kind of like a little, we got to win these 2 type of games type of speech because he's not there to like we talked about last week, man. Players they're not there to tank. They're not there
Mm-hmm.
they're there to perform for their own contracts,
Mm-hmm.
their own personal well being, but also, I mean, for the guys that they go out there and sweat and bleed with every freaking week, So
Mm-hmm.
that means a lot to those guys. Um, ATL Harris, I will say, I think Arthur's game strip this game was far better than the last few. Gave Ritter some easy passes to start, got him in rhythm. I said the same thing, man. I thought the only one that rollout on 4th and 2, I hated that call, but the rest of it,
Yeah.
I thought was good. There was not one part I was, shaking, like scratching my head or anything like that. I thought he called a good game today. Plus, they weren't guarding those checkdowns at all, and Ritter took advantage of
Mm-hmm.
that. Yep, 100%,
And it give
man.
him confidence, easy confidence.
Yep. Victor said I was done after that second Carolina game. Yeah, I was too. I was done with him. Yeah, with Marriott for sure, 100%. Um, and then, dude, special teams, man. How good were they today overall? And just on the year as a whole,
I was
man. Like
getting ready to say that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Marquise Williams, hell of a job with that. With
Love
special,
him.
I think that dude will end up getting a job to keep moving up the ranks. I think he's done a really good
Mm-hmm.
job with the squad, man. Whether it be CP and Avery Williams in the return game, Koo just doing what he does on a weekly
Mm-hmm.
basis, but Pinion, man, being underrated. I think
Mm-hmm.
make it just a
That's
great
the
punt
man.
today. Then Richie with the block there. Anderson had the block earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, or just so close. I mean, like it's fun to see those guys get out there, and they had a
Like
huge
you
impact
said,
on
they
today's
all
game,
young
man.
dudes.
Yeah, yeah, and like I said, and then just a big impact on today's. Without those performances, we don't win that game today, probably. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean that was huge. Um, and then I think that was pretty much. Oh yeah, then we talked about Oliver. We talked about players last week with Dave um, that needed to perform, to this week, that so they would, or these last couple of weeks was really important to them, to move forward, to get in their contract or whatever. We didn't even say Isaiah Oliver. We mentioned him,
Mm-hmm.
but like I think Dave said, no, he thought he was pretty much gone just because he hadn't been used that much, and he
He
hadn't
may
looked him
not be now.
he hadn't looked himself since the injury. Dude, I'm telling you, he looked really good today, like damn good
Mm-hmm.
today.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be interested to see. I know PFF, whatever, but I'd be interested to see what his score is for PFF. But he was all over the field, man, making tackles, sacking the
Mm-hmm.
quarterback. Like I said, in the space he was supposed to be. They asked Arthur about it in the post game. He said it was just because of the opponent, that they like to what they like to run an offense is why he was out there more today.
Mm-hmm.
So he may, man, if he can be out there more against Tampa Bay, because again, I think he can get him back on a cheaper contract. I know we got money to spend, but depth's never a bad thing. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you can bring him back, somebody that knows the system already, that's just there because you like, dude. I mean, corners, defensive linemen, they drop like flies, man. So the more we can have that are competent and good, the better. The better off we're going to be, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I was gonna say with he could have been gone, but with how we got devastated, I think they might be like the more the better, and he know the system. He not gonna cost you that much. Why not?
Yeah, I agree. Victor said 4th and 2 rollout was just a trust Ritter call. Yeah, I just didn't like it.
Mm,
I didn't like it. You
I don't trust rookies.
ATL Harris said, of the guys who are on the prove it list, D. Alfred, Oliver, Abdullah, and Lorenzo all did it for me this year. I think they should be brought back.
Hmm.
I'd agree with that. Yeah. I would like to have seen more of Alfred. Abdullah Anderson's done a hell of a job filling in for Taquan Graham. I mean, like you hear his name getting called a lot during the game that,
Yep.
which is good because, you got Grady right there too. And that's typically the guy you see. And McGarry getting his flowers from me finally. It
Dog, he
took a while,
played
but
good
film is
today.
film. I think he's good.
Dog,
Yeah.
man, I may do it on the last show, like in the last second or something.
You gonna do an apology?
I may squeeze it in, like if you play it backwards, like how the Beatles did. If you play it backwards, I said it or something.
I'm
It's
sorry,
hard
Caleb.
for me to say, but no, he balled out. He's been balling, man.
Yeah, no, he has, and I'm firmly bought in now. Like this is the however many games you want to say, 5-6 games that he's thrown together. That's been pretty damn good. So if this is who he's going to be, I'm all about it. Let's lock him up to a 3-year deal. Nothing crazy, nothing long. But I'm fine with that. All right, man. Anything else on the game? You want to move on to underrated, overrated, buddy?
Man, I just want to say that to people. Like, I think we was viewing it wrong today, and it did click for me today. I think we was viewing it like when man Mariota was there, we all was trying to be like, man, he gotta have that performance where we know he a quarterback. And then when he didn't do it, we like, oh, he sucked, which he did. But then man, Ritter come in and we say the same thing. Like, man, in order for us to know he a quarterback, he gotta have that quarterback type performance. And his quarterback type performance is gonna be 200 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and smart decision making. And the more you get used to that, I think that you'll be a great fan of his because you'll understand. No, he is doing what he's supposed to be doing correctly. Like he's doing exactly what he's doing. He's supposed to be doing that. He's doing it great. He's doing it efficiently. Like, and when he opened up the passing game, you really see the boy got a rocket arm and some confidence, and he got some wheels on him, and he playing with nothing. So watch him next year. So I just say that for Arthur Smith, the one thing I will say about him is every player he got, I mean, in draft, like in everything, seems to have the same attitude, like a street person almost attitude. Like, he go get some steppers, some real live steppers, and Desmond Ritter a stepper is all I'm trying to say. Like he got that type of mentality, and man, Marcus was not. He just went and got him because he was like a family dude. He from the Titans. He already know the offense. He ain't fit that. He was like a duck with the wolves. I heard a lot of quacking. I ain't like it. He was with the wolves and he couldn't cut it. You see how he acted. A sucker, cold sucker. But like man, Desmond a real live stepper, and I think that he went and got the people. He got Desmond Ritter for a reason, and I think I liked his, and I'm telling you, it's perfect for what he want to do. And you give him a few more things, and you will be a fan of Desmond Ritter too. I guarantee you. So I just want to say that calm down, because he can do enough. I mean, I'm telling you, he gonna get you that 202 touchdowns.
Yeah, like in the biggest point you said there too. Was the talent around him. Like he's doing it now with what we have. I mean, like you said, we said earlier in the show, you put more pieces around him and give him more weapons, and yeah, he'll have to. He has, but bottom line is he has the ability to, and he has that in him. He just has to have some help, and the opponent has to be the right opponent to do it against, So that makes total sense, man. And I mean, for me, it was just. I'm glad they got started a lot faster today. It wasn't, like the first few games, start was terrible. Today they started off fast. It was better. They're moving the ball. Then the second half started, and it was just like, ugh. I was like, it was, like, I don't know. It was just three running plays and didn't go anywhere. And then he had a ball batted down. So it was like, there's a lull there that was just like, was boring, to be honest with you. Like that whole third quarter was just kind of like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
this is not fun to watch, you know. But he didn't have the ball that much. He had those two little possessions, and it was, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm in the same boat, man. I can't wait to see what happens in the all. It's going to be a very exciting offseason to cover for sure.
Yeah.
ATL said Aaron mentioned on Twitter, but if Bird hits deep shots caught is a catch and Patterson brings in the TD, he would have won 19 for 25, 245 yards and a touchdown. Yeah.
And but that's gonna be about his stat line.
Now, you can always play the what if game, but in this case, I think that the stat line would have been pretty accurate to how well he played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, man.
And I'm gonna tell you what I just thought was dope is they really stacked the box on us and was like, yeah, he gonna have to throw. And his ass threw.
Mm-hmm.
And we won. So you gotta be happy. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, man. We outrushed them just by a little bit today. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was 132 to 126. I think we were only 4 for 11 on first down. I'm sorry, 5 for 11. They were 4 for 11 on. I'm sorry, third down. We were 5 for 11 on third down. They were 4 for 11 on third down. So I mean, it was pretty similar. We held the ball for 5 minutes longer than they did, which normally works out well in our favor for that one. So yeah, I
No,
mean,
like, but see, this is what I was saying. At the start of the year, it was all like the young dudes. It was Kyle Pitts, Drake, all it was Tyler, all these little young dudes that we hadn't, and then Marcus Mariota. Man, if we could have seen this, you remember when I said cut the head off the snake and stick the young head on the snake? I
yeah.
was begging for that early on. Put the young head on the snake, dog. Man, we had, should have Dora the Explorer head on the snake, like, and so we cut that off. So it's the young boys out there now, but I really wish we could have saw this all together, like just we'd have just had the young crazy boys just go at it.
100%, man. All right, man. Let's go on to underrated, overrated. What you got, buddy?
You want to start it off, or you want to?
You can go it. That's fine. If you got something, or I can. It doesn't matter to you.
You started off.
All right, so I'll go overrated, man. 5-day work weeks.
Okay,
Totally overrated.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, just maybe because we've been off a lot over this Christmas break, but man,
Mm-hmm.
like, and listen, like some of my friends that are overseas that are working like 4 days, you know,
Mm-hmm.
3 days a week, you know, and like everyone I talk to, man, like they're so much more productive because they know they got these 4 days, so they get everything in that,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got their 3-day weekend. Like I mean, having a 3-day weekend, and I know like for you and I, it's different. Like we kind of control our own schedules because
Mm-hmm.
we're the guy, we're the boss, right? But it's tough for us even because that's if we don't, it's money, right? Like we've got to
Mm-hmm.
work or it's money. So like I just wish that I wish we adopted some European ways there and went to some of those, like some of the countries that have those 4-day work weeks, because having those 3 days off, I mean, that's important, man. I think people underrate how much like just the me time and the relaxing time away from work
I agree.
is. And I mean, in the US just we're workaholics here in the United States, man. It's
I don't know. I forget. I forget the country it was in, but I think it could have been Europe. At like my lunchtime, it's like nap portals where you can go and you could like it's like a dark little portal thing you can
yeah.
lay and you could take like a 2 hour nap or hour nap. So
Uh,
I'm like, damn, that's cool at work, you
I
know.
know.
So we really do need to adopt some new ways.
I agree.
Uh,
Go ahead.
so I got one. Uh, my underrated is this here. It's hard to explain, but I'll try to do my best. My underrated is how scumbag some of you are when you say like I'm just doing my job. All right. A few of our jobs hold power, and it could hold a stupid power, a small power, man, unique power, but you have power at your job and like some small little way. I done seen people abuse that and be like, I'm just doing my job. Here's what I say: you be at a space in your life that's just crazy. Suppose that your job asks you to do some shit that you don't agree with, like morally. do you participate in it and say, I'm just doing my job, I gotta get paid, man, just what they told me to do? Or do you put your foot down and be like, hey man, I can't take part in that because it goes against my heart? And I feel like I just feel like this: for no amount of anything am I ever going against like my stomach or my heart. If my heart say don't do something because it's wrong, I'm not doing it. If I feel wrong about it, my stomach, I'm not doing it. So I say, but a few of you seem like you have no problem doing it and just be like, hey man, for money, I gotta get a bag, or I'm trying to get this money. Like if it's for money, I'll do almost anything. And that is my my underrated is how much of a scumbag you are if you do that. So I don't know who does that, but if you use your job in any way, say, man, I'm just doing my job, you have to care at your job if you deal with people, because you always have to flip it. Yeah, I know it get annoying, but you got to flip shit sometimes. Like if that was you, if you was in this situation. So always be human to people, dog, and always try to understand. Just suppose it was flipped, it could be you, and you would want somebody to be nice to you. You wouldn't want a person to just be like, hey, I'm just doing my job. You don't have to do what you, and I mean this to the police, the jailers, to everybody. You don't have to do this. So don't just say, oh, I'm just doing my job. You don't have to do what you're about to do, what you think about doing. Put your cuffs away, sir. You don't have to do that. Like, it's just unnecessary. So I just wanted to say that, like, there are a few people who will hide behind the job they do to be mean to others or to be evil. And instead of them just saying, hey, I'm just an evil bitch or I'm an evil motherfucker, they hide behind, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing what the job say. I'm just doing my job. Man, if it's evil, quit the job, bro. Or if it's evil, quit the job. My man Smitty done
Look at these guys.
Hey, we got the boys on.
What up, man?
What's going on, man?
What up, family?
It's nice to have y'all at the end, man.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Hell yeah, man. We missed you the other night, bro.
I know, man. I had some legal things to tend to, but I got them done.
Good, man. Good. I hope everything gets straightened out, ironed out for sure, bro. What's going on, John?
What y'all up to, man? It's a new year, and it's a new win.
Yeah, it's definitely a new win. I really don't care. I really don't mind the win. I mean, I know some folks feel indifferent about it because they're all about, draft positioning and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, like my man Smitty says, winning is infectious, man. And you definitely want to, go into 2023 with some type of momentum and something to look forward to. So why not end the season on a hot streak, man?
Yeah, we just seeing what we got in the depth. How much depth we got on this team, because that's what we playing for right now. 1 year guys, they playing for future contracts, and to see what we need to add this coming off season. I think it's going to be very interesting. There's about 5 players, and I'm gonna give y'all them players soon in a video that I think should be back as an Atlanta Falcon because they've earned their paycheck. Some of them y'all might like, and some of them y'all might not. But trust me, it's gonna be interesting nonetheless.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this all season we're gonna have plenty to talk about.
I can't wait, man.
It's gonna be nonstop.
As like we on the list, as long as we on the list, Smitty, it's good, dog. I just want to be one of the 5.
Yeah, man.
Hey, y'all gonna always be on the list, man. No doubt.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Always, man.
Bridget, what's going on, Miss Bridget?
Oh, Miss Bridget.
Hey, that's the defensive coordinator right there.
I was about to say that's the resident DC right there. You better get your shit straight because she'll put your ass right in line. Shout out to Bridget, man.
Oblivion said the win is for the team's mentality and pride. And like I said earlier, they don't care for that draft spot over the pride. Yeah. And if you was paying attention, like you could see that in the players how they wanted that win, how excited they was. So you can't take that momentum and that pride away. Man, them boys been, here's how I got to see it. Man, them boys been fighting and losing. Fighting and losing. To fight and win, that got to feel good at the end.
Yeah,
and, you know, the players themselves, man, they know they got something special here. They know it and they can feel it. They know they're probably 1 to 2 players away from getting to where they need to be, and that's back in the playoffs
Man, that's that talk I'm talking, Smitty.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that talk I'm talking.
Yeah, I mean, when we said it earlier, dude. I mean, like they're I think the team that has the highest number of players 26 and under, like in the league. So you know how young we are and how well, like, and look at our stars, dude. They're all rookies. Tyler, rookie. Drake, rookie. Ebiketie, rookie. Anderson,
and we got the money.
We just tipped the iceberg with Anderson. So I mean, like we've got nothing.
AJ just in his third year, so he's still young.
Yeah, he's 24, 25. Yeah,
we didn't talk about that, man. How about AJ popping McBride today, buddy?
Oh man,
that was a good hit.
A good legal hit. Like I said, it's a different.
I don't want to hear frustration.
I don't want to hear. You have to be real and say that you see a culture change. Yeah. I understand like the wins and losses. I get that. If y'all being honest, you see that culture change.
Definitely, man. We fight in every game. We fighting, man. We've been in every game except a handful of them. Maybe even if that, Cincinnati, that was a wash. That Rams game was a wash in the beginning, but we fought all the way back. So we've been in it for sure, man. So definitely that culture change is in full effect, and I'm happy to see it for a change too.
And like I was saying a couple of days ago, man, I said I had a slight feeling Arthur Smith lost the locker room, but they let you know today he's still in full control.
Yeah,
that's what I was happy to see the most.
Yeah. I mean, well, since we just got you guys on, what did y'all? We've already said what we thought about Desmond today. Alberto, what'd you think today watching Desmond?
Desmond Ridder?
Yeah,
amazing. Loved it. Love the progression. I love that he's not afraid to take the deep passes. I mean, I wish we had more weapons to utilize on the outside, but he's showing that he's not afraid to push the ball down the field, and that's a lot of what we saw that Mariota lacked in. He wasn't confident in his throwing ability, which caused him to make all these bonehead mistakes in the beginning. But Ritter's already showing you that he's already showing you otherwise. I love the command. He was making some tight throws, man. He had some zip on that ball. He's showing that he can make every throw in the NFL. So, hey, man, I think we're working with a good one. I mean, I know there's a lot of outside noise saying, different quarterbacks here and there and stuff like that. Desmond, he might have shut some of those critics up, man. He had a great showing today, man. I love it, man. I like what I saw, man, for sure.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, and I'm all about progression, man. Going through progression, learning to read the defenses, learning to make plays on the run. And if y'all saw, he made a couple of nice throws on the run. It's something that we haven't seen in a while. Mariota was making throws on the run, but it was going to the other team. I just like his mindset overall, man. Like I said, man, I knew he'd bring a different energy, and it's rubbing off on the offense, and I love to see it.
Yeah, man.
ATL Harris said all season should be fun. I don't think the Falcons content has been this good during my fandom. Appreciate that, buddy. Man, we trying, man.
Hey, we gonna turn it up.
Gotcha,
all the way up.
He said tons of smart people on pods, plenty of film gurus. Going to be a great break into the draft. Yeah, man. Well, like Stephen, like we said,
Alberto, man, be coming with shit like, like in 1983. I'll be like, look, in 1983.
Man, I ain't trying to show my age, man.
Man, we need him though. He helped the show so much. I love you, dog.
Oh man, no doubt, man.
That part is my fault. That part is my fault because
put me on game, bro.
I be telling him all these stories about the older Falcons, from being a fan for over 30 years. I mean, I can tell y'all some stories y'all would not believe. Trust me.
When did that
Uncle Steve can vouch for me because we in that same boat. Trust me.
Yeah, we're probably close. When did your fandom start, Smitty? When
89.
See, we're right behind you, man. We're 90-91. So we're right behind you. Yeah, we're looking svelte for 40 though. I'll tell you what. That's
Smitty seen Dion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from day one.
Let's see. Panel question from Uncle Steve. With Algier looking like next year's starting RB, do you cut ties with a very popular CP to continue the leaf movement and give us even more cap relief?
That part. Ooh. That part right there.
Oh boy,
Uncle Steve, shouts out to you, man. Yeah, CP's a fan favorite. Yeah, and one thing I've been learning from a lot of people, man, you gotta separate emotions and stuff like that from certain players, because I'm having a hard time still with not seeing Julio on his goddamn team. But CP, as great as he's been, you're seeing the regression. You're seeing that he's slowing down. And me and Smitty were just talking about this off air. Like, hey, man, he'll be 31, 32 years old, eating up some of that salary. It's definitely a full youth movement now in Atlanta. So we got to capitalize on that and get these dogs on the field that definitely can show a little bit more. So to that, man, definitely, man, I would definitely think about, cutting ties with CP, but for those reasons only, not for anything else, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's definitely cap relief that I would go for. But I'm gonna be real. If they're gonna keep him, they need to put him as a receiver and as a kick returner. Something that he does best. If you're gonna keep him as a locker room guy, leave him on special teams. No more running back, because we seen that gas tank on me and that red light about to come on. So I hate to say it, but yeah, it's time, man.
That's my thoughts. If you're going to keep him, at running back, that pitch count's going to be real low, and you're going to bring in another running back to get some of those carries. But I like that idea too. Put him at receiver, like kick returner or whatever. That keeps him. I mean, his healthy better throughout the year.
Just to have him in the locker room.
He's not going to break down. And yeah, I mean that there's something to say for that, man. There's something to say for that type of thing in the locker room. But yeah, I'm with you on that. You feel the same way, Mike?
Yeah, I feel like I think he had it perfect when he said the gas tank is low. I could just see it's about to come on, dog. It ain't on yet. But I could tell it's about to come on, and I'm purposely turning away so I don't see. I'm trying because he's my man, dog. He everybody, man. Like, we love him. He love us. He truly love us. Like, so he everybody, man, and we all turning our head. Like, no, he's still the same as when he started the season. No, man. We all doing it. But in reality, I think you gotta give the team to the young boys and see what they can do with it. And we thank you for your service, sir. Because that's what up. But I still want him on the team. He's electricity.
Yeah,
I want him on the team.
A game where he ran for 140 yards, and it's like he hit a brick wall after that.
Yeah, he don't even look the same. Adrian Peterson, he did that. He was dominating. Then he just didn't look the same. Still Adrian Peterson was still in shape. Everything just didn't quite look the same. He's kind of doing the same thing.
Age is undefeated, man.
What I was just about to say, one thing about it, the game gets younger and younger the older you get. So just something to think about.
Bridget said between the UGA game and this Falcons game, I'm more out. Both games had me. Oh, I'm sure that UGA game was insane. Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
You should have won them. You should have won them New Year drinks you had.
Hey, let me not laugh, man, because I'm on record for having a little too much last night.
Oh boy.
Hey, Tip, you get me on the pod, brother. I'll be prepped like Batman walking in the ark.
I love it.
Yeah, sir.
Do it. Bridget said,
"Ritter
great
today. Each week he's making progress. Can't wait for the next game." And yeah, he did.
Amen.
I don't care what the stats say. If y'all was watching football, he played great today. He played excellent.
Yeah, man.
Go our homegirl Carrie. She always
man.
Hell yeah. This is our boy James from the Bull Bros podcast. What's up, brother?
Well, what up?
Good win for you guys. Y'all beat the hell out of the Rams. Yeah, it was great. Carrie said, "Can we keep CP on a money-friendly deal? We saw how bad he wanted to stay in Atlanta before they resigned him. I would love to keep him, even only for special teams. He's a fan favorite. We all love him and shit."
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, my son would be really pissed because he just got his jersey for Christmas.
Damn, I'll be honest, I think his cap hit is only $5 million. So he might be, a carryover on special team.
Yeah.
So that's not big of a cap hit.
Man. A lot of this Ritter talk, man, but Algier needs some flowers too, man. What a great find in the 5th round. Another great get by this Falcons organization, man. We have a knack for just finding these late round gems, man. This guy's coming in at 812 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. Well, man, the last time we had a 1,000-yard back was 2016 with Devontae Freeman. Freeman. We haven't had a workhorse like this. I mean, more recent was Todd Gurley, but that was only 689 yards. But still, it's good to see.
Why do he know the exact yards? Why do he know that, bro?
Hey, man,
how he just rolled that out. That's what I'm talking about. But go ahead.
I tried. But yeah, man, I'm just happy to see that because we're in. We're towards the end, and everybody talks about that rookie wall, and it's like Algier just ran right through that joint, man, because he hasn't shown no signs of slowing down at all. Mm-hmm. And by now, the college football season is already over for him, for BYU and whatnot. And he's still going, man. And he's still producing. His vision's gotten better. Oh, man, I'm just heads over heel over the guy, man. I'm just happy to have him on the squad. You know what I mean? Doing what he's doing right now, man.
Yeah, so we were saying. Yeah, go ahead, do it, Antoine.
And I think their first game where they made him sit and made him inactive, I think that pissed him off just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, man.
He was sitting there just watching it, man. I can't wait to get in, boy, when he hit the field. And he learned. Now, it took him 2 games to get his vision up the park. But after he learned how to wiggle and move like he need to move, it's been on. Like I said, man, I think he's going to be maybe the only running back coming back. Let's be real about it. Huntley, after that injury, he's what would you call it? Recyclable.
Right.
You look at and who was else on the team? Other guys are just practice squad guys. So,
they cut Damian Williams. He got cut.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I can definitely see him adding somebody, and I mean. But we talked about earlier in the show, like I don't know that I recall seeing a back progress like this in the same season before.
True.
Like you see it, like you see backs take jumps over years, like a year 1 to year 2. But like to see a guy the way he looked, and Smitty, I think he hit it right on the head too, man. Because like he's a dude that already has a chip on his shoulder anyway, man. Like he's a walk on. He had to work for his. I mean, he was a linebacker. They had so many injuries at BYU. They were like, "Damn, could you be a running back?" Okay, I'll try it. Sure. Earn the stripes as a running back, and now this, and then it's just one thing after another for him just to keep proving that he can do it. So I mean, all that stuff, man. Like that's like Arthur Smith molded fucking running back right there.
Yeah. And one thing that was funny, I did a lot of mock drafts last year. I did about 12, I think, and I'm thinking about 5 of them. I had him in the 4th or 5th round in each one of them. The 5 that I did have him in, he was a 4th or 5th round pick, and I guess he was meant to be a Falcon. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was the only dude I got right, man. Like I said, I'll keep beating my chest on it because I wanted him or Brian Robinson from Alabama. That was the 2 guys I wanted for our squad because I thought they fit us the best.
Yes, true.
And but after watching so much on Tyler, I was like, man, I just felt like he was the dude. So it was awesome when they drafted him. Like I said, I was a little worried after the first 2 or 3 weeks, but then no worries since then. It's been great.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, it's like this. More than anything, bro. But you can't teach heart, and he got that in spades.
Yo, he dope.
You cannot give that. He can't practice his way into it. It ain't nothing he could do for that. Either you got it or you don't, and he got that in spades, and you see it with every run.
And that's why I don't pay attention to the 40-yard dash. This dude can knock you slap over, take off up the field. They say he runs a 4.5, but when you got game speed, it's totally different.
Yeah,
they can't measure game speed.
No. With 2 people on you, 3 people. I done seen him bust through 3 people. I'm like, why? Right. He like the Kool-Aid man. But he like the Kool-Aid man. But that's who he is. He just
man.
I'd be like, damn.
Well, I mean, how many folks have you seen at the Underwear Olympics that do amazing and then they can't play a lick of football?
Yeah,
it happens every year, man. I mean,
it does
every year.
You get a workout warrior and just doesn't pan out, man. So it's crazy.
Yeah, Zach Wilson is a perfect example of that.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. James, James. Yeah. Love you back, James. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, man. Yeah. Kerry said flowers for Algier. I think he needs 100 yards against the Bucks at 1,000 on the season. Still can't believe we got him in the 5th. Yeah, perfect example why we don't need a running back in the 1st round. Yeah, I think we shut that down.
I think so. Yeah, he shut down a lot of that Robinson talk. But who knows, man? Weird things have happened in the NFL in the past. So, man, it wouldn't surprise me.
But like I said, I'm not gonna lie. Jamil Gibbs, 2nd round, I'm going for it.
I'm all about it.
All about it. All about it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. We were guys before y'all came on. We were just doing underrated, overrated. Do you have y'all have anything in the world y'all want to go with? That's underrated or overrated? It could be anything. It could be Falcons. It could be whatever. It don't matter.
Overrated. Overrated,
underrated or overrated.
It could be anything.
Man, go on a rant about.
Man, that's tough.
I'll go while y'all thinking. I'm gonna go on my underrated this year, man. Dwayne Ledford, the job he did with the offensive line this year. like, and nobody knows his name except for the diehards. Like, I mean, like it's, you know what I mean? Like,
Hell yeah.
I mean, and I know a lot of it's the quarterback and the offense and everything too that has an effect on it. But to watch the guys how they were last year to what they look like this year, it's night and day, man. Isn't it? It makes you like makes you look at the back of the jersey, like, are these the same dudes? Like, is there somebody else in this jersey? Like, what's going on?
Bro, I'm with you on that one, man, because he came highly touted out of Louisville. Yeah. And his first job was, all right, let's see what you can do, mold these dudes. You know, he molded Mekhi Becton into being a top 10 pick. Right. Yep. He came in. He didn't do shit for us in the beginning. But one guy that has benefited the most has been Caleb McGarry, man. I think he's probably the most underrated Falcon this year. It has to be Caleb McGarry. Yeah, this dude was night and day, man. It's been an incredible turnaround.
He needs to give Dwayne a steak dinner or something.
I'll go for sure. I'll go underrated. His running mate, Chris Lidstrom, first Pro Bowl.
Yep.
I feel like he should have made Pro Bowl last year. Him finally get his flowers is something that I was happy to see. Highest grade offensive lineman for most of the year. He's on Quentin Nelson's level now. He's past Quentin Nelson.
I think so.
So we'll see. We'll see how he finished, but I think they got to pay the man. It's just that simple.
Oh, they got to pay that man.
I know he just got a contract. I think he just got a contract, but either next year or the year after, you're going to have to double it up, man, because he's just that dude. Definitely underrated.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do
Kerry, man, we're doing it right now, Kerry.
Yeah. Overrated? Damn, man.
Overrated. Or underrated.
Hey, Bridget, you're welcome on the show anytime
Bridget
you want to come on.
Tom Brady is underrated. Man, I love you already.
Yeah, man.
You're welcome on the show anytime.
Hey, I had Bridget on the show. Y'all just better be ready when y'all have on. That's all I got.
Oh, man, I got to look up something because I'm about to go in on this one.
Man, I would think that you would have something lock and loaded for this, dog.
Yeah, man. It caught me off guard on this one, man. But I love it, though. I love it. I genuinely do. I'm going to go with a team right quick. I'm going to go overrated Philadelphia Eagles. You took an L to our rivals over here. You showing me right now that you're going to be one and done in these goddamn playoffs. You can sit your asses at home and relax.
Yes, Berto.
And then, it's going to be one and done. You heard it here. They're going to be one and done. Absolutely.
And
he out of his Falcon mind. You heard that from Berto.
If they play Tampa Bay, they might just lose. So that's
man.
That's a great one.
Yep. Man.
Overrated just tough, man, because there's just so many ways you can go. But I say the Cleveland Browns, man. The Cleveland Browns. They done spent all this money to bring in all these players, and they have a loose cannon and Myles Garrett, who's probably on a trading block after this year. Yeah, Deshaun Watson missed most of the season because of those rub down allegations.
Illegal touching, yep.
But illegal touching, that. You just gotta look at Cleveland as a whole, man. It's the Cleveland Browns. That's all they're gonna ever be. They're cursed, and it seems like it. Well, I got to say Cleveland being overrated because people were penciling them in for the Super Bowl when they signed Watson. So definitely Cleveland Browns, man.
Oh, I'll say this: they're definitely different with Gardner Minshew. They're
shooting.
Yeah, man.
Carey.
Carey.
You say Deshaun Watson is overrated.
I don't know, man, because he was doing. Yeah.
Go back to 2019. He didn't have a number one receiver, 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns. That's hard to deal with without a number one receiver.
He really is.
Did he have Brandon Cooks that year? I don't think so. I think he had Will Fuller as his top receiver.
Will Fuller was his top target. Yep.
We all know, boy, he's a one-hit wonder.
Yes, he is. He's the Milli Vanilli of the wide receiving corps.
Probably underrated.
Well, Dolphins definitely proved they're overrated now with this skid they've been on.
5 in a row. Yeah.
But man, they Tua Tagovailoa, man, his brain look like tuna fish right about now. So they may be in the market for another quarterback this offseason. Hate to say it, but it's coming.
They'd be in the market for their team doctor, man. That guy's over. I mean, like, my God, are you gonna? That's
misdiagnosed a lot of shit on that side of the squad.
I think one of their doctors, Dr. Giggles, if y'all remember that dude, Dr. Giggles, that movie.
Yeah.
That's their doctor.
Yeah.
But I that right there, what message that just came up. I agree. Jalen Hurts wasn't playing, but I mean they did. Yeah, no, all right. No, I just wanted to read that right quick. I was gonna say, man, because I mean the system is in place, man. So it's pretty much a plug and play type offense. So Gardner Minshew, he's a guy that he's no slouch. You know what I mean? He don't get a lot of credit, but he's known as a baller. You know what I mean? He did pretty good in Jacksonville and stuff like that. So that offense is tailor made for Gardner Minshew and his physical attributes and stuff like that. So there shouldn't really have been a drop off in style of play or anything like that.
But you know what that is? You know what that is? That's the coach.
Oh boy, that's the coach.
Yep.
Yeah.
That pick six.
They don't never want you let the foot off the gas, man. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, that pick six to Lattimore today was pretty much.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the game right there.
Yeah.
James said overrated Vikings. Cousin going to blow it for them, and the Vikings defense is one of the worst in the league. One and done for sure.
They rank last in everything.
I don't know if anybody caught this nugget, but their defensive coordinator is Ed Donatel. Ed Donatel was here in that 05-06 season. And you know what? He still can't coach a goddamn defense because his defense is fucking horrific. They're like dead last in everything, man. They're just like us, unfortunately.
I know.
Man, I agree, man. One and done.
Yeah.
Underrated overrated Mike Vrabel. I saw him being put up there with Tomlin Harbaugh at times. There was a lot of I'll give you that. There was a lot of talk about him being up there, and it's not turned out to be well. A lot of that, I mean, they put a lot of their trust in Malik Willis early in the year, and I mean, Malik's a great athlete, and we talked about it going into the draft. He ran a very simplistic offense at Liberty. He ran a one read, and that was it. And that's the offense they ran. So I'm not saying he can't learn it. He can, but to throw him into it this season was a little suspect. I mean,
with Derrick Henry a buzz, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah. And how much does that go for his confidence going forward, man?
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And ITL said also I tore into some Titans all 22 on their route concepts for Malik pissed me off as much as Arthur did sometimes. I don't doubt it. And Bridget said I agree 95 North, even without Jalen, they still should have beat the Aints with Minshew.
Bridget's on my side.
Defense.
Lord.
Dude, the Josh Sweat went out too, man. That was
it might snow again.
Oh man. Josh Sweat, man. He's been a dog for them on that defensive side, man. And they're stacked, man. They signed every defensive tackle off the free agent market, man. Damn, they ain't leave nothing for nobody to eat.
Fellas, man, I got a question for you. Man, are we going to the playoffs next season?
Yes. 1,000% yes.
Yes.
1,000% yes.
Come on, man.
Hey, listen, man. 1,000% yes. And here's why. We're about to replicate what we did last year, right? If we win this Sunday, we'll be at 7-10, same record as we was last year. Arthur Smith worked with with a soon-to-be Hall of Fame quarterback in Matt Ryan, and the supporting cast that they had wasn't really a tremendous supporting cast, but he still got his 7 wins. He got his 7 wins this year with less. He's got a massive salary cap to work with. I expect them to put the best team on the field for 2023 to make the playoffs. So I'm talking solidifying defense, offense, the trenches, whatever have you. You know what I mean? We got 9 to 10 picks in the draft this year. There is absolutely no freaking reason why we cannot compete to be in the playoffs or a wild card spot, at least for 2024. So I'm gonna say this right now. Hell yeah, we're going into the playoffs.
Yeah, blank checkbook for sure.
Hell yeah.
Have to, man.
Hell yeah. Smitty, what you say, man? Smitty, what you
blank
say?
Checkbook. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. Man, look, I'll tell you another thing too, man. We can't go 6 years without doing anything significant, and meaning by not making the playoffs. The last time we made the playoffs was 2017, bro. It's our time, bro. It's our time.
I take it a step further, and I've seen this before, and I know it can happen. They're already there. They just need that defensive tackle in Jalen Carter, and that defensive tackle, and Deron Payne with Grady Jarrett. That's part of the problem right there. That helps your secondary. That helps your linebackers. It helps everybody. So that can take your defense from bottom 10 to top 10 with just those 2 players. Just that simple.
Yeah, I mean,
I know Terry is looking at the same thing we look at. Trust me.
Yeah, and you look at the points that we've allowed. We don't allow that many points. I mean, we give up a shit ton of yards in between the 20s, but we don't allow that many points. And that's what we've got now. So I mean,
shout
like,
out to Uncle Steve. He say this all the time. Atlanta only give up 2 touchdowns a game at most, sometimes 1. So they're in every single game.
Yep.
So
ATL Harris said, I bet we make the playoffs, assuming Ritter is as competent as I think he'll be. If we don't win 8+ games, take a hard look at the coaches. That's what I've said too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's a good perspective too.
But we will. We should.
Yeah.
We will win. We going to playoffs.
I know free agency is going to be huge, just like what Carrie just mentioned right there. But I think Atlanta, with having so much cap, they have to be smart. Don't spend right to that dollar amount. Got to save some emergency funds because things do happen. Players get hurt and stuff like that, so you got to keep something.
Don't do the PPP loans, John. Dan. I know. However you spent the PPP loan, don't spend this money how you spend the PPP loan. Don't get a fucking BBL.
Yeah, man.
You don't need a trip to Jamaica. Car. Focus yourself.
They don't need that Lil Wayne grill, that twinkle all the time.
Nah, you don't need that. You don't need diamonds in your grill because you work at Subway. It's not necessary.
True.
If you get in a bidding war and somebody outbids you, depending on how much it is, say like for instance, Deron Payne, say off the bat he asked for 13, 14 million. Yeah, you can go at the 15, 16, but after that, just let it ride.
You have to be responsible.
100%. Kerry said we make some good signings on defense, draft well. We lost all but 3 games this season by less than a score. That's truly amazing with this roster, and it really is, man. It really is.
Cooked, thanks, fucking given with like some noodles, some gum, like some duck sauce, some tuna fish, and you fed us. Imagine when you get to go grocery shopping.
Yeah, man.
Imagine when you get a whole cart full of shit that you picked. Come on, man.
We couldn't get no Fruit Loops in there. I'm just asking.
That's what I'm saying. We gonna get honey buns. We gonna eat good next year.
Are we getting Hot Pockets?
We can get some Hot Pockets, dog. We can get some Hot Pockets. You feel me? We can even get Hot. Like we got so much money. We can get anything.
Oh man,
that's great.
All right, spend it wisely.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to end it there, man. Well, thank you guys for popping in at the end there. That's a nice little surprise.
Sure. Thank you for having us, man. Appreciate that very much, man.
Brother. We're gonna do a end of the year telecast at the end of the Bucks game next week.
Man, I'm on the next one, bro.
Y'all welcome, man, to come in and stop through talk. I mean, that thing is gonna be off the chain, man. Trust me. Y'all know when I turn on the DJ booth, y'all gonna boy. Look at we gonna have a party.
I'm all about it, man. You know it.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you. Yeah. Well, so guys, man, we appreciate y'all watching us tonight. You can follow us as always at Out of Your Effing Mind on Twitter, Out of Your Falcon Mind here on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify. Drop us a 5-star review. You can subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button on the video. We greatly appreciate it. Helps us grow. Helps other Falcons fans find us. We appreciate that very much. Hope y'all all had a great New Year's Eve.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Hold on for a minute. I do have one more. I have to say overrated. I have to do this one tonight.
Do it.
It's like other people's involving in like your resolutions. Okay? Okay. It don't mean that much. So man, y'all be crying a lot. It's gonna be like a week into your shit, and you're gonna be like, well, they not support me? Well, they like buying ice cream. I didn't want to eat it, but if they keep buying the ice cream, then I didn't want to go clubbing. I said I was gonna stop cheating on Marcus, but she always trying to go clubbing. I don't like a lot of y'all gonna be blaming like other people for you falling off the horse already. I'm saying it don't mean that much. I don't care if they supporting you or not. It shouldn't mean anything to a personal goal. It's a personal goal that you have for yourself. So it shouldn't. How can her having ice cream throw you off the diet? Nah, come on, man. That's bullshit. So don't use.
I take it a step further.
Don't use other people. What you
take a step further before we get out of here. Try to be better every day, no matter what it is. Be better at something every day. Just that simple. You ain't got to make no resolution. Just try to get better every day with whatever you're doing. It's just that simple.
And be nice to people, man.
Man.
And hold yourself accountable. Please don't blame others. Please don't blame others. It's on you to have any goal you set for the whole year. It's the goal that you set for the year. No one can take you off that except you. So you cannot blame that on anybody else. Mike, remember we said we are out on New Year's again. I didn't say me. I don't have any. I'm saying for the people who got some. Don't blame other people. They will start blaming other people in like 2-3 more days. I'm trying to go to the gym, but you don't want to go. Well, you could still go. So don't blame nobody else. If you in school, if you rapping, if you singing, no matter what you do, you keep going. Who cares what anybody else is doing? If they're your friend, if they're your mother, if they're your cousin, if they're your grandmother, who cares? You keep going.
Ooh.
That's it.
Right.
I guess,
man.
Great way to end it right there,
on the first show, we got our first win on the first day of the year. We got the boys on at the end. I mean, it ain't like a better way to end the show.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Hell of a way to start 23 right there, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Great way to start 23.
We'll be back on Thursday to preview this game against the Bucks at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. Cool. Whether it's going to be Brady or not, we don't know yet. We'll find out if he's going to take the game off or if he's going to play. I guess we'll find out and see what they say. But either way, man, we appreciate y'all all for watching tonight. Again, thank you guys for jumping on. And
no doubt, man. Thank you.
We'll look forward to next Sunday.
Fellas.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
Sir.
So appreciate you guys. Much love.
All right, man.
Happy
Peace,
New Year.
Happy New Year.